I'm Kevin Blackson, and today I will talk about my opinion on where I think blockchain is headed and whether or not it is doable in digital advertising. But first, what exactly is blockchain? It's basically a distributed ledger that allows two or more parties to record transactions, and it ends with a hash. It can't be modified in any way. If you want to change the transaction, you're basically going to have to create a new block in the chain, hence a blockchain. It's supposed to be the most secure way of recording transactions and data. Why is this important? Because in digital advertising, there is the potential of ad fraud, and it exists today as discussed in the previous video. Blockchain can also revolutionize the way digital marketers, advertisers, consumers, and publishers conduct business in the future. The biggest benefit it offers is transparency. It offers transparency to advertisers, publishers, so that they know the advertisements they are making are getting in front of the viewers via verified transactions using blockchain. However, it does come at a significant cost, and that being latency and energy required to run a distributed ledger. Theoretically, blockchain has potential, but it may not be the best option for the advertising industry. And that's because adoption rates by executives, consumers, publishers could be slow, and not all parties are going to agree on how this should be working in the advertising world. Here's a pie chart from eMarketer showing how ad executives feel about blockchain. Just a little over half think blockchain will reduce the number of intermediaries in the supply chain, while the other half don't think so at all. Now, HubSpot happens to think that blockchain is going to revolutionize digital advertising. Data collection will allow users what to decide to share. Moreover, you can trade on the value of attention. There's the option and possibility that users might be compensated for their attention. And in my point of view is this: blockchain is the next evolution of digital advertising, but it's going to take some time. We're going to have to build the trust with ad executives, consumers, and publishers. There's going to be other obstacles we have to solve for and other considerations we haven't even thought of yet. And PricewaterhouseCoopers did an extensive study, you can see right here, on the roadblocks for blockchain and digital advertising. And the common denominator in all three of these categories is lack of trust. And here's another chart from PwC that points out the top barriers to blockchain adoption. The top four are regulatory uncertainty, lack of trust among users, ability to bring networks together, and being able to separate blockchains not working together. Now, there are four other considerations we need to think about when it comes to success of blockchain. First one being fear of losing intellectual property. The second, adaptability and scalability. Third, competing interests among different organizations, regulatory agencies, and the whole digital advertising ecosystem. And then finally, are consumers really going to be willing to share their data now that they have more control over their data? There is an area in digital advertising where blockchain can work today: over-the-top media services and in-app advertising. And that is because both these areas require user logins, which would solve the latency problem. So my conclusion is this when it comes to blockchain and digital advertising. Number one, lots of challenges to overcome with trust, scalability, and latency. That is going to be the biggest one. The biggest benefit is it will curtail ad fraud and give advertisers more transparency and knowing that their advertising is getting the views that they initially intended.